Ah.
Ciao everyone, welcome to the YouVe Show.
Welcome.
Ciao Martina, ciao Mo, ciao Marco. How are you guys?
Hello.
What's up,
Are
everyone?
you doing well?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great here.
Great,
Nice.
great. Martina, I'm really happy that again we can have a new episode 4 already, and we have a lot of to talk about today, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a lot of great news, some crazy ones that we're going to be revealing soon, so stay tuned for that.
Great. Marco, can I ask you to mute yourself when you are not speaking?
Yes.
Same for everyone.
Yeah. Great, guys. So that we have a really great audio. Otherwise, we hear a lot of sounds, and that's not super cool. So we start the episode, guys, because we have a nice agenda today. We will speak about Lecce, and we will speak about Genoa, the two games that we had. We will speak about Arthur, about Kulusevski, the great goal. We have a surprise because we just discovered something on Twitter about a special player. So we will reveal that later, and then we will prepare the Juventus versus Torino game. So a lot on the program today, and we have two amazing guests. We have Marco Sufian and we have Mo. Mo is also there because Jose, who was normally attending the show, he had the last minute problem. So maybe he will pop up after, maybe in 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. So we still hope to see him. But Mo, that you know from the G Just Juve channel, from my channel, is known as El Tactico. And thank you for your flexibility, Mo. So Mo, I give you 30 seconds, 1 minute, just to tell us what you are doing, where are you from, why YouTube, why are you here? I'm really curious to discover that, Mo.
Yeah, absolutely. So first, happy Canada Day to all Canadians. July 1st today. I'm Mohammed Al Shahali. I'm from Montreal, originally from Egypt. Big Juve fan since '98. Obviously, the best player is Del Piero. Yeah, so I love tactics. I love Juventus. I watch all their games, and I'm on your show, El Tactico.
Also known as El Tactico.
What do you do as a El Tactico, Mo?
So I analyze the opponents before the game. We discuss them, you and me. We look at their strength, their weaknesses, where Juventus should attack. The formation, obviously. We look at the formation. So we try to look at all that and do a final prediction at the end.
I love it. Thank you so much for doing that, because that's a lot of work that you are preparing and doing. So I love it. And then we have a first timer on YouTube. Even if yesterday you joined me for a mini live, Marco Sufian, who are you? Tell us.
Hello, everybody. Firstly, I am really pleased to join this live and to become host, not a host, but a guest on the YouVe Show. I live in France. I support Juventus since I am little. I discovered because of Buffon. I love this player; is my favorite one. So I also follow the Juventus because I saw the shirt. It's a black and white stripes. I loved it, and so on. Since I am a little young, you've seen it. I go and see it, the replay of the matches that's going on the Champions League and so on. It's great to be here.
For us also.
Mhm.
We just discovered something. Martina is born in Egypt also. That's great.
Egypt, actually. So it's
We
fun.
we have a nice announcement to do today because Martina worked so much to have us also on different channels, not only on YouTube, but the day after what we do is actually that from now on we are also on podcast version. That means that if you are not able to see the live, if you are not there, if you have some difficulties to follow all the show, but the day after you are going to work in the car or you are preparing with the meal or so on, and you want to listen to us, at the moment we are on iTunes, we are on Spotify, and soon we will be also on Google Podcast. So the last one is arriving, but from now already you can download and you can listen to us quite easily, and that's a big work of Martina. Thank you.
Of course. I mean, I know that a lot of people don't love these faces over here, but you can just hear us. No problem. We are not affected at all. So if you want to just hear us, you have a way to do that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. If we go through the agenda, Martina, I will show the agenda how we do it. We do it really quickly because some people are now starting to know the format. But first, I want to say ciao to Animesh. Ciao, Animesh. I'm really happy that you are here, that you joined us to say hello. So ciao, my friend. So the agenda of today, we go again with starting with the defense. The defense is the two games that we just talked about, Lecce and Genoa. Midfield, we will speak about Buffon, Chiellini, Kulusevski, Arthur, and then we have the attack part where we will prepare the next game versus Torino. Supporters, again, the all-rounder, because all the people in the chat, if you have some questions, shoot them. We will try to answer them as much as possible. So, do we have something else? We have the coaches part because we are still always open to receive as much coaches as possible. So guys, if you want to join the show, just DM us on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you want. Go and let us know. So we start with
who wants to be on the show, just let us know and we would love to have you.
starting with the attacking part.
So we have two games that we need to talk about where we had a lot of goals, where I'm super excited because finally it was something that we were lacking. And, we all love goals. So let's talk first with the Juventus Lecce game. Here are the stats. We won 4-0, and the goal scorers were Dybala, Ronaldo, Higuain, and De Ligt. Definitely, it was a game that, in my opinion, I expected goals since Lecce, was receiving a lot of goals lately. So I'm happy that we got that result. Did you guys were expecting a lot of goals during this game? Sufiane, Marco, or Mo?
My prediction was, I think, 1-0, if I remember well. I didn't expect a lot of goals because I knew they were going to defend a lot.
Lecce?
Yeah, they don't have a great defense, but as Giuseppe mentioned in that video, our preview, he said they're going to change formation. And they had, I think, 5 defenders at the back. And the red card played the big role. And the second half, the changes, all that, it opened up the game.
What about you, Marco? Did you expect or not?
Yeah. Essentially, I don't expect it so much goals. I think 4 goals was was really really a poker. I didn't expect the leaked one because it's great with the head. He scored a lot with Ajax, also in the Champions League and so on. But 4 goals, I didn't expect it at all. When we see it the first half, how we played, 4 goals was not expected at all. I I think the Dybala one was the most beautiful.
Okay.
It's he is a really good player. Dybala, I cannot see to wear the captain armband, so so he can be official.
Yeah. So am I the only one who expected a lot of goals? What about you, Giuseppe? Did you think?
Uh, to be honest, because if you are speaking just about what I expected, I had no idea what to expect because we came from the first game versus Bologna was not an amazing game, to be honest. So we analyzed with our friend Mo with El Tactico, and we were quite skeptic about how it went. And to be honest, if I can give my full opinion on that, I agree with Animesh in the chat. Ciao, by the way, Animesh, and ciao il Marchese Bianconero, and ciao Slim Shady. So thank you for joining. But to be honest, what I was believing is we started really, really, really bad versus Lecce. It was an annoying game. It was a game where I was really frustrated, and more than frustrated, I was angry at the halftime because we had, yes, a lot of possession, but it was, do you say it, a sterile possession, a possession without any objective. We were going from left to right in the back without really going in the front and being dangerous. So I agree with Animesh. You have to split the game in two parts, the one from Lecce.
Mhm.
So then, for sure, we had a penalty. It opened the game, and from there we started also to be better in the second half. So before speaking about the other game, I have to say, yes, I had a lot of fun in the second half. Then Higuain scored, De Ligt scored, but also they scored in the end of part of the game. But I was absolutely not happy and satisfied with the first part. Second part, absolutely yes.
And that's something that usually it's the opposite, right? Because sometimes we always start like very good, and then we just, and this time it was the opposite. It was we took time to actually build up, and then we kind of maintained it throughout the game at the end. So it was something different, at least. I mean, I missed the first 30 minutes of the game, so I didn't see the poor Juve in a way. So that's why I only saw the good part. And I was so happy of those 4 goals, honestly. And De Ligt, oof, I'm so happy he scored. I love him.
Marco, why do you think that Juventus changed so much from the first to the second half of the game?
The Lecce game, but I think it's pretty obvious. We didn't see it when the red card was sold to the player that was given, but in the second half, the players, start realizing that we have the advantage of being 11 counter 10, and also I think we have to forget, because Lecce is not a great team. They are great, yeah. And like Mohammed told, he were really 5 in the defense, but the physicality and the quality of the players in the long run get it out. And yeah, for lucky for us, we are the best team in Italy. So yeah, we get it out fino alla fine.
Do you agree, Mo?
Sorry, that's my cat.
Look at that. We have a new guest. We have the cat of Mo who's there.
Show the cat.
Show the cat, Mo.
Woohoo!
And it's a really beautiful one. I love the cat. Look at that.
I love him also.
That's Leo. She's very sweet. So yeah, I think what changed a lot were the changes that Sarri did. There was more drive in the players that came in. The game opened up. There was more fluid passing. They tried to go forward, etc. Pjanic was not good, so he had to be subbed off during that game. Obviously, he was thinking of the Barca transfer, so he was not in the game at all. And no, other than that, we didn't. We have to remember we didn't have a left back, so it was really tough also to see Matuidi there.
But he did well, right?
He did
Yeah,
okay.
for me, sorry if I interrupt, but I think Matuidi he did well because I expect a catastrophe from him because yeah, it's not his role.
I have to do something, guys, because that's a really important one. For the first time ever, my wife, Geraldine, joined the chat to say hello with a heart and with an emoji. So, bonjour, mon amour, je t'aime. So, I'm saying in live that I love my wife because that's really important. So, I hope she's still there listening to my love for her. So, in January, I asked her to be my wife. We had the lockdown, so at the moment we are not planning, but soon I will marry her, and I'm really, really happy. So that's about my wife. But go back to saying hello to Cali Calimo, who's saying Feline Juventine. That was about the cat of Mo. Then we have Juan, the Discord team, just that's here. Shoot out every time to the Discord team. We have Michael, our friend Michael. And then we have Michael who's saying hello to my wife Geraldine. Michael, she's my wife, so pay attention to that.
Be careful.
So
Congrats.
tell me, let's go back to Juve.
Okay.
Matuidi, we were speaking about Matuidi left back, but before that, Jose joined the show. Jose, tell us before speaking about Matuidi, and I want to hear you about Matuidi, but tell us, Jose, who you are, why are you in the same screen as Martina? Because people are asking, okay, he was the guest, but he's in the same room as Martina. Tell us why.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jose. I also go by Juve AJ on Twitter, and I'm Martina's boyfriend. And obviously, we live together, so that is why we are in the same room during this quarantine period, and probably for a long time to come. So, thank you for having me on the show. Yeah.
Welcome.
So tell us, Matuidi, Jose, left back Matuidi in the first game versus Lecce.
I mean, good. You know, as good as you would expect a center mid to play that left back role. You could see some periods during the game where he was a little bit uncomfortable. He wasn't, he's obviously not used to playing in the back line. He might have drifted out of position a little bit, but overall, he was decent. We kept a clean sheet, so that's really all you can ask for.
I liked him. I think of course, it's not his position, and to take that place for just a game, it's not bad at all. I mean, we saw him. What game was it that he also played that position? Long time ago.
Spal versus Spal.
I mean, and also that game, it wasn't bad at all. So it's good as a plan B, or a C,
D.
or what? Yeah. So I mean, worst case scenario, we have Matuidi in that role.
So
I have a question for everyone then. Was Matuidi better than Danilo in that position?
Better than
Sincerely, if I can speak, Matuidi, I didn't see it failing like Danilo with Rabiot. Sincerely, because in the front, I was pretty surprised because he tried it. He not succeeded multiple times, but at least he tried. I think when he tries, he gets things done. Because he have this determination, this work that I pretty respect. And also, I was also pretty surprised because it's come on my mind that in the Inter game during the lockdown, in the Allianz Stadium, he is him that he got us the the occasion for Dybala or for Ramsey. I know it was for Ramsey. I didn't expect from him, I expect his grinta, his aggressivity, and getting things done.
Yeah, I like Matuidi, honestly, because he does his job. I mean, sometimes he does mistakes, but
on the other hand, we have a comment from Juan Pablo who's saying actually that Matuidi opened a lot of space on the left flank versus for the opposition team to attack, and he continues saying that he's grateful that it was against Lecce, because against a better team we will have received a lot of goals having him on a left back. And it's true that if you remember the Lecce game, and then we will go analyzing also the game of Genoa, if you remember, he was always supporting Cristiano Ronaldo or helping him on the exterior of him, so doing that, or he was going on in the interior. And I don't know why he was that much offensive when he's playing as a left midfielder. Is not doing that, because he's always going trying to support a bit more in the offensive style, but not on the wing, but more central. But now he was all over the place. So maybe it was because it was Lecce and they were in 10 men, maybe. But indeed, for me, Danilo, he didn't play well. For me, it was the less good player of versus Genoa, but he was a lot more defensive. So, if we have to continue, and that we will speak a bit later, who do we want to see until Alexandro comes back? I think for me, if I can already reveal, Danilo is a bit more defensive than Matuidi there. So,
and I mean, defensively, it does the job better in a way, because he stays down and he doesn't, open up that space too much, rather than Matuidi as a left back. What about Rabiot on the midfield instead of Matuidi? If you guys like Rabiot?
Yeah, I like him. I liked him. I told to Giuseppe on the after match. I found him pretty great. This he does he is doing the job that Khedira was doing before. He get on this in the box. He helped the forwards, and I found it pretty great. He was also speed up the game. He was not slowing it as he was doing before. I found an improvement of Rabiot. So, it's because of this that I found it better. But if we gave him an honest and objective and standard valuation, I think he was pretty six, But when we see the history of Rabiot, I think they were an improvement right there.
Absolutely, yes. Let's speak about the Genoa game, so that we can also, when we speak about the players, that we can do a better, general overview of the two games. Look, I will go back first, showing the stats of Lecce, where we had 63 possession, 37 for Lecce. Then we had 25 shots on in total, 8 for Lecce, 11 on target, and 3 for them. And if we see the one versus Genoa, we see actually that we had 64 possessions, so that remains the same, even if Lecce was in 10 men and Genoa continue with 11, even if it was quite risky, with Favili, who was trying everything to go out in the first down. He didn't succeed, and his trainer took him off. But also here, 18 shots. So see the difference, 18 and 25, a bit less, but a bit more on a bit more on target versus Lecce than here. We were playing against 11 men. So those are the statistics versus Genoa. Jose, what do you think about the Genoa game of yesterday? And then we can go through player by player.
I think we're seeing kind of a trend with this, post-COVID Juventus team, where the first half we start off pretty rough. It takes us a little bit to get into the game, and then the second half just seems like we just turn on the boosters, and everybody just I don't know if somebody in halftime is lighting a fire under everybody's ass and getting everybody pumped for the second half, or maybe a sub or two is making the difference during the game. But even just like Lecce game, the first half was terrible, and then the second half we popped off. And then Genoa, we saw a similar, first half was slow, sluggish, and then the second half we saw 3 beautiful goals, and then we only conceded because Bonucci slipped, and then obviously Quadrado just got faked out on the other end. But it should have been an easy 3-0 win, 3-1 unfortunate, but it was a great game. I liked the second half at least.
But for me, I don't know if I'm the only one here, but I really loved also the first half. Am I? You didn't?
I don't know. I found it just, we didn't play poorly, but we should have at least had a goal or something a little more excitement during the first half.
Let's see what Mo is thinking about the game or the first half of yesterday, because at the moment we have Jose who's not really convinced about the first half, and I was totally in love. So what's your opinion, Mo?
First half was much better than the Lecce first half. That's for sure. I see they're growing more in confidence. There is more link up. They had nice shots, and Perin had some nice saves. Few of the shots were very central too, so it wasn't great. But I'm really hoping that Rabiot could finally score at least one goal.
It was close.
Yeah, he was close.
Really close. But it was okay. It was nice. It wasn't as great as the second, but it was okay.
I agree with Animesh, who's saying that Perin was the man of the match. He was the GOAT in the first half. So we tried, and that's the difference with the game of versus Lecce, where we didn't even try from a far distances from out of the box. We were just playing with possession. It was a really annoying game, and I saw a lot of progression. You know what I loved? Because the 10 first minutes were really confusing for me, and that's my opinion, where they tried to pass, but it was not really 100% accuracy. It was quite difficult to find a way, but I saw that they were trying to follow the coach even in the first time. And this is for me something really positive, because in the past they were not even trying. So that was for me a big progression. And we had Bernardeschi shooting with a shot on goal. We had Ronaldo. We had Dybala. True, a bit too central, but even Perin was doing amazing first half. So for me, I continue to say that I saw a really beautiful first half without goals. So I started to be scared. And also for the future, we'll speak about it. But I believe that a lot of teams will play with that system of being in the back and waiting for Juventus. And that's, we will have to find a way to find a way to go into that box, because the first time, it's true, there was not a single action into the box. That's true.
And also, like the goalkeeper difference between the two matches, you can see also the different level. Like Perin level, it's higher than the other goalkeeper level of Lecce. Obviously, we had more shots on target in a way. I mean, most dangerous shots on target on the Genoa game than the Lecce game.
Yeah, if I can speak, I agree with this statement. It's true, and also, with Giuseppe, if you follow his channel, with the aftermatch, we also told this argument of the inside the box, and the essentially it's 50-50 situation, because shots outside of the box, it's great because you have to get out of the score if you cannot score inside, but you have also to learn how to score normal goals, because the goals were all the three exceptional. But if you were in a situation normal, in a in a lost game, you have to have a tactic to score whatever it takes.
That's absolutely correct, because that's something, Jose, Martina, we saw 3 amazing goals yesterday, but the 3 of them were individual, actually from individual skills, because where you see a few games ago Bernardeschi having a really beautiful pass to Dybala for his goal, this is something that we didn't see today. It was quite really individual, the 3 of them, the Dybala one, Ronaldo one, and the Douglas Costa one. And the question I have for the 3 of you, what was your favorite? Or can you do a ranking of first, second, and third beautiful goals, starting with Martina?
Oh, okay. My first one is Douglas.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, first one. Second one, Ronaldo and then Dybala. It's hard.
Jose?
It's hard.
Difficult. I'll go Cristiano because it hit 105 miles per hour,
Apparently.
something like that. Then Douglas, then Dybala.
Marco.
Who? Or Marco?
Yeah, so yeah, you are really difficult, Giuseppe. It's not easy. I will go Dybala first because is the goal that yeah, it's the one nil. It's great, and the Dybala one, the Ronaldo one is a rocket, and Douglas is on a PlayStation. Incredible.
Literally. What about you, Mo?
I'm gonna agree with Marco there. First, Dybala, not only because he opened up the game, but also because of the dribbling that he had to do and score a very nice goal. Then Cristiano Ronaldo because of the run, not only the shot.
Yeah.
Then Douglas Costa.
I agree with Juan and Martina. Douglas, Ronaldo, and Dybala. And I will tell you why I love the goal of Douglas the most. Not only because of him, because, I said it yesterday also, it's a joystick goal because he's playing that much Fortnite. So it makes sense that, he was redirecting it. But I like the goal. I will explain you why. Because it's the 72nd minute, guys. 72nd minutes. We are winning 2-0. Bernardeschi just out, and Dybala scored, Ronaldo scored. So, the stars of the game already scored. But that moment, my friend Bentancur is trying to score, to do a cross. He missed the cross, so the ball is going out. He's going to go out. Dybala make a crazy run to catch the ball before it's going out. Normally when it's 2-0, you already score. You don't do that. If you are not happy with the trainer and so on, you don't even fight. And he did that run that makes a big difference. Then he give it back to Douglas Costa, who make one dribble, two dribble, and and he scores. So for me, it's the total action that I love. The one of Douglas Ronaldo, I loved also. Why? If you remember well, we had first Rabiot with his beautiful hair yesterday that he was trying to jump and he's quite tall and he was able to take back the ball, winning a duel in the air. Pjanic immediately, instead of going in the back, he was immediately giving it in a one touch to Ronaldo, and then a rocket, as Marco is saying. And then the third one, yes, it's the most important one, but if you are speaking about something beautiful, that's my order. And I think Animesh is also agree with Costa first, Dybala second. Oh, he changed the Dybala and Cristiano. It is what it is.
Perin got a hand on Dybala's too.
True. He was about to catch it, huh?
Yeah, but Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas was great.
I don't know. No words can express that.
Everybody
goal.
stood still, just watching the ball go into the corner.
I think it's his hair. He cut his hair. It was faster.
Yeah, the hairs made the difference. Rabiot with the long hair, Douglas with the shaved head.
Yeah.
Speaking about the midfield, if nobody has more to say about the games of yesterday and the one before, we go to the next topic, that's midfield. And we want to congratulate some people with the unlocking of some prediction of ours. So the very first that won a prediction within the YouVe Show is actually here. And that's Mr. Coach Jose. Why? Because can you repeat the score that you say for Juve Lecce?
4-0.
You were the only one to say 4-0. So 4-0. So you unlocked the very first of the Juve Show. Congratulations. Woo!
Great, Jose.
Then we have the prediction time for Genoa, and here we have even more people that guessed, right, Martina?
Impressive. I didn't expect people to actually guess 3-1. But
We had Anna Danieli.
woohoo!
Well done, Anna. We have Francesco Di Nardo. Well done. And then we have Juventus Ruling. I'm really happy that he guessed it. Well done, Juventus Ruling, because he's following the channel so much. So thank you for participating and doing it. And 3 people that find the correct goal. It's amazing. We will share them on Twitter later, right, Martina? The badges?
I will take care of that.
And then let's speak about some. Wait, let's do something else before that, because I told you in the beginning of the show that we had a special news. So people here, wait and see what happened today just before the show. Wait for it, because I will show you a small video, guys. I hope you're ready. It's a 12-second video, guys. So be ready to see what happened. It's something crazy. But we love crazy things, okay? So, are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
1, boom.
Juventus Spain. So it's the official account of Juventus Spain showed a goal of Pogba, who scored a few years ago, and they titled, and I will show you immediately, they titled,
Pogba
and
again.
that's a Pogba again. So I have to open the image. Look, let me find it again, because that's crazy, guys. And I want to talk about that with you. Let me open it here. Here it is. So that's actually what Juventus Spain, so it's the official account, they back Paul Labil Pogba with a fire. Forza Juve at Paul Pogba.
And then they deleted it.
And that's the most important part. They deleted it right away. I know Juventus is used to tweet about Pogba, showing the goals, blah, 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 blah. But tell me, guy, why? I see Mo is a bit skeptic. Mo, tell me.
We would have heard something from Agresti, from Di Marzio, these big guys, because I think they're really well connected with Raiola, and they would have known like something small. But there's nothing. Like, if you look at the news, nothing is there. So I don't know. It's.
I said it, huh? Momblano said a big midfielder is linked to Juventus. So you're skeptic, Mo.
I'm very skeptic, yes. Still.
Can I say something?
Sure, Jose, go for it.
I think they missed. They forgot a word in the beginning. They forgot the word throw and then back.
No.
They're used to tweeting every week about Pogba's goals. So I don't know if they're trying to convince him to come back or to take a pay cut or something, but I don't know. I'm also skeptical about it.
Pogba again.
He will come.
They
Look
were-
at that beautiful picture.
The hashtag in the post. That's why they deleted it.
You remember how many times we had Cuadrado showing the new shirt before he had to show it? It happens. So sometimes there are some leaks. They are preparing the tweets up front. Wait for it. Oh, that would be amazing. I can't wait to see Pogba again at Juventus. They made the mistakes.
It's too early.
I mean, I feel like it can happen. I still believe it that Pogba comes to Juve. It's hard, but
Yeah.
possible.
If I can speak, I think he will come. He will come, and I want he will come next year. You know, I want the Pogba again for free.
For
You
free.
know, this will be awesome. You know, this one I wait for it. You know, because then I will accept to pay his high salary. You know, because if we pay the the price tag, we have also to pay the salary. So yeah, it's gonna be hard for Juventus. If we get him on free, we can pay the salary more easily. And also, I want to say, shout out to Monblano. Come here to the channel. Yeah, and yeah, if you want my opinion on the tweet of Juventus España, or how is the accent? I don't know it. um, I think that the community manager was his birthday, and he went on some party or whatever. He has one shot to get on tweeting something on the Juventus account, and then deleted just after. So yeah, his dream is Pogba, like all Juventinos, and they did it.
So I'm the only one. I'm the only one thinking that they did a leak without knowing it.
I mean, I think because usually when they usually post on like all the ones, like the Italian, the English, the Spanish, the Portuguese, all the same one. Usually like a few minutes from one another, but usually those posts are the same throughout, and they didn't post on any other. So maybe they just changed the date because they scheduled the post. So maybe they just messed it like a few days, and maybe in like 3 days, tomorrow, Romeo Gresi is gonna start tweeting, "Oh, Pogba maybe is coming," and then
Maybe, yeah.
whoever's gonna talk, and then everyone is gonna talk tomorrow, but Pogba, and then in 3 days, Juve is gonna retweet that, and boom, Pogba again.
I hope so.
I hope also, maybe.
So we have Jose who wants Pogba. We have Marco. Mo. Pogba or this guy?
No. Sorry if I interrupt, Mohammed, but this one is so big. No. This Belgian devil, I want him so bad at Juventus. It's my dream.
Choose Pogba or Kevin.
Mo, go first.
I would choose Pogba, just for the play that we're playing. Kevin De Bruyne, we're gonna have to change everything. We're gonna have to have like trequartista there.
Yeah, I also go with Pogba, just because he already played at Juve and like Serie A, and he knows a few players already, so it will be easier to integrate him in the team.
It will be instant to integrate him.
Exactly. So it will be a faster build up of the next team next season with Pogba. However, I love De Bruyne, so I'd love to have both, but if only one, it's Pogba.
If Guardiola comes, then De Bruyne.
Oh, yeah.
The brand is really strong. Let's see, because today they just said that in 2 weeks, maximum 2 weeks, we will see what happened with the Manchester City ban. If they will be banned for 2 years, 1 year, or not. Let's see what will happen there. And I believe from there, a domino effect will happen. Guardiola already said that he will not continue after his he will not extend his contract. That's what I mean. So let's see what will happen there. And then instead of speaking about dreams, let's speak about reality, because we have 3 things to show. We have the first one, Buffon signed 1 year more. We have Giorgio Chiellini signed 1 year more. And then we have Arthur, who signed, and he will arrive. So from next season, he will arrive for actually 5 years. That's what he signed. So, and we have Kulusevski that scored an amazing goal. So let us know, guys, about, if we have to round up the 4 things together: extension of the 2 old ones, the new Arthur, and then Kulusevski. Jose, starting with you.
Great on the extensions of Chiellini and Buffon. They're obviously going to become, role players playing the least important games, but their main role in the squad is going to be motivating and, getting the team mentally prepared for big matches, etc. Artur, I think, is a wonderful deal. I love Pjanic, but he's obviously 30 years old. Artur is 23. Swap for 10 million plus profit in the books. It's a no-brainer. And then Kulusevski is a baller. I mean, he scored He also had a shot on target that was blocked, and then Cornelius got the rebound and scored. So now it's 2-2 the game. And he has been insane since the comeback of COVID. So I'm really excited to see what he can provide in the team. I'm curious what position he's going to play in, because if the Ferran Torres rumors are true, then I'm going to be curious who's going to be in that right wing role.
Marco.
So yeah, I think sincerely on the sportive line, I didn't see it playing, or I can imagine a Brazilian playing. I see a few little YouTube videos, but I didn't see it live. But I totally support the financial line, because it's a masterclass. When you're replacing a young player when you're replacing an old player by a young one, it's a great one. And this, the Capitano, who, who got out the book of the year, This was, cataclysmic. He so much anecdote were exit right there, and you're my hero. Buffon in my life, it's not just a Juventus player or whatever. It's the man that I follow in every single choice of my life. Is so great. His dedication is also humble styling. Everyone, I didn't saw one time one man speaking about him like he was so different of the camera or so on. So great man. Sorry if I'm getting along with this, but Buffon for me is the man of my life.
I mean, definitely he played a huge role at Juventus, so for sure he needs to stay forever, in my opinion.
So I also heard that Giuseppe started watching football with Del Piero. Me, I started watching football with Buffon. Really, this man really affected me so hard on football, because me, when I was little, I was watching football because everyone in my family was watching, but they were supporting AC Milan because it was the trendy team at the moment, And me, I watched this goalkeeper. Everyone was supporting all these bombers and so on, but I watched this goalkeeper. I think that this is so amazing job. He saved the team with his job. So yeah. This is the reason why I love Buffon.
Mo, what about you?
So for me, Chiellini, we still need him on the team. He's the leader. We still need that Juventus identity. Buffon, we need him in the locker room. He's really important there. I think after losing those two, we're gonna lose a lot of the Juventus identity. So if we extend, then it's good, and I want to see them as managers or directors after in the club. Our tour, I think it's genius. Like we got rid. I mean, sorry about it. I like Pjanic, but he was going downhill. But we got rid of him at the age of 30. It was the last chance before making money out of him. After that, it was too late. And we got another 23-year-old player that they label him the new Xavi. I think it's a heavy one. He's not the new Xavi, but he's really smart and he can give you amazing passes up front, and that's what we're missing.
I agree.
Mo, can you read that, please? Because you were septic. Can you read what's written?
Dybala talking on Twitch. Pogba has a great desire to return to Juventus.
It's already coming. It's happening.
He's playing Call of Duty right now. He's playing Call of Duty.
He's playing Call of Duty on Twitch, and he's talking about. I think my shirt is in the wash. He's talking about Pogba. I tell you, he will come back. I'm so happy. Look, this is Martina, who is our spy. She's watching everything together with Jose. It's live, and we are doing live. And I will not sleep. We will continue to do the investigations, and we will tell you on the YouVe Show what will happen with the Pogba saga.
We're the
So,
first ones to announce it. We're faster than anyone.
so look at that. It's amazing. So, Dybala on Twitch is saying that Pogba wants to return at Juventus. Juventus Spain is showing a video with the word back. So, Jose, I'm sorry. I think they didn't forgot to put the throw. It just he will come back. Here we have Pogbaldo. We have Buffon. It's for life or bigger than life. We have Pirlo, who is going back as a under 23 coach. Today I saw Sconcerti, is an Italian journalist, who was saying that it's probably the top 3 ever player, Pirlo, but he was doubting about his way of coaching, if he would be a good coach because of communication skills and so on. Let's speak about that. Continuing with you, Mo, and then with Jose and Sufyan. What do you think about Pirlo as a coach?
I think it's great. Pirlo learned from the best coaches. He had Carlo Ancelotti, he had Conte, he saw the different mentalities. He's very smart, he's very calm. That's what you need with these youngsters. You need to be patient, calm. You need to be a superstar too, so that they look up to you. So it's a great signing too. It's great to have him as coach.
You think he will be like Zidane, called up at the first team and be able to win 3 Champions League in a row? Or am I too far away now?
It's too early. It's too early to say.
Jose, Pirlo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't really say anything until we at least see what he can do as a coach. I think this is his first semi-major role as a coach. But yeah, the things that Mo pointed out were very on point. Martin and I were actually talking the other day about, I don't know if we can imagine Pirlo on the sideline, yelling at his players and that kind of style that we're used to seeing a coach.
He's
and
more
those
like
kind of things
chilled
to do.
out.
But yeah, maybe what the game needs is a different type of coach who calms down the players and has them play, a different type of football. So it should be cool.
Yeah.
I have to show that one. Muslim, I have all the players here. Pogba here. Look, it's not totally out. Huh? He's here and, it's just waiting to pop. Here's Pogba.
Oh my God.
Oh, that will be so fun.
Imagine. It'll be crazy. Wow.
I have him already. Guys, if you want Sufyan, Pirlo.
Yeah, for me, yeah, it could be great. We have to see him. I agree with Jose because we haven't seen it. He was passing the exam on the on the Italian academy, that is at the Nazionale retirement. We have to see him. He has to do some experience as a coach, and but he is chill, Pirlo. But if you see I don't know if you see the Italian channel that doing jokes. They pranked him, and he was so scared. He was he was so surprised when they pranked. So funny. This emission is total shit, sincerely. But yeah, I hope he will do well in Juventus.
I promised something to Animesh. Martina, can you take over for a few minutes? I need to show that Anelka shirt to Animesh. I promised it last time, and it's not in that closet because Anelka together with Pirlo Del Piero. I don't want to mix too much. But can you take over for a few seconds? I will take that shirt.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
I come back.
Okay, so let's talk about the what you guys think of Artur in general. Do you think it will take long for him to adapt the style of Serie A? since basically he only played in Brazil and Spain, which is quite different from how
from Italy.
you play.
Yeah.
You can go
If
ahead.
I can begin, I think that Arthur needs to adapt a little bit, but yeah, with time and with adaptation, because there are so much Brazilian on the team right now. And don't forget, because we have Danilo, that is Brazilian. Alexandro also is Brazilian. Douglas Costa is Brazilian. A lot of Brazilians on the team. So yeah, I don't worry for him for his adaptation. But I think also that Arthur will need also someone to carry on. You know, to yeah to get his on the beginning, to get him on the right road and to adaptation and so on. But I think it's gonna be great. Let's be optimistic.
What about you, Mo? Do you think it will cost him a bit?
It will take some time. He's coming from the Spanish league. He's coming from Barcelona. He's not gonna play a lot. That I can guarantee you. He doesn't get along with Setien, so that's for sure. Like he's gonna be on the bench most of the time. I read today, even the Brazilian selection, they're gonna reevaluate if they're gonna take him or not, because they want to see him how he's gonna play and integrate within Juventus. So it's gonna take him some time. It took some time for Douglas Costa to integrate as well, because it's a completely different mentality and style of play. So for sure, it's gonna take some time. We have to be patient with him.
Do you think he's gonna play on the right or in the central mid role?
I think on the right.
And Betancourt dropping to
Yeah.
Regista.
Yeah, he's great at linking up between the mid and the strikers.
Mhm.
Sees like those small holes where he can pass the ball between players. So yeah, definitely on the right.
And that is something that we were lacking
Mhm.
lately. So.
Yeah, I want to see Betancourt play that deeper role. So
Giuseppe, your shirt.
Yeah. So I promised it the last time. So here is Anelka.
My
It's-
God.
It's
Chelsea.
and
Ooh.
and if you think, I don't know if you can see it because it's an old shirt, but it's a signed shirt.
Oh wow.
Signed shirt from Monsieur Nicolas Anelka. And I have also another one in my collection. I let you guess the player, guys.
Pogba.
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 Oh,
Crazy.
I wouldn't buy it. It hit me so hard when he left. Essentially,
receive
after the 2016 Euro.
I receive it.
For me, it's two things. One, that he left, and two, that he was given the number 10 and then he left.
Yeah,
Well,
that hurt me a lot.
On that topic, guys, I have to say it's Juventus' fault because they pushed him to take the 10, and they did the same with Dybala because Dybala was really in love with his number 21. For Dybala, he would never ever change that numbers, but Juventus needed some boost because the number 10 couldn't stay empty without player. So that's why they received the number 10. Remember, those are kids. Pogba, he was writing the number 5 plus 5, because 1 plus 5 was 6. And then Dybala grew on the shirt, and now he's liking also the number 10. It's a lot of responsibility. Starting to love Del Piero also. So, okay, that's fine now. But I have to say it was not Pogba who wanted the 10. So...
But if he comes back, he has to earn the number 6 from Khedira.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
What about Artur's number?
Yeah, we're gonna take 5.
What number is he playing at Barcelona?
8?
8.
That's Ramsey. So
I think he'll take 5.
I think he will get the 22.
22?
22?
Why?
Yeah, 21 plus 1.
I think it will just be good Piani. Bentancur will keep the 30.
Oh yeah, no, Benakur for sure, because it's the day of the birthday of his mother that
Yes.
passed away when he was 4. So he's really attached to that number. So he will never change. He loves the number 30. So
Since
that
Probably 5 for Arthur. Unless Musa Kedirani gets 6 or Pogba gets the 6 and
No,
I
yeah, I think
don't
those six.
sincerely, when I saw the number 10 of Dybala, it was the year when we changed the logo, if I'm not wrong, and yeah, I was so scared because I I didn't think he was going to accept the pressure of the number 10, but it was the best season, I think, because before he gets injured, he was scoring every time. He was on fire. It was so much great his year. If I'm not wrong, he scored 28 goals in Serie A that year. So was a beast. Was a beast.
Yeah.
Juan is saying that Arthur will get number 5, the number of Pjanic, and Michael totally agree with him. So
Makes
can be.
sense.
For me, Pjanic, Pjanic. Dybala, the reason why they gave him the number 10, they wanted to give him a morale boost because he was very down the year before, to give him more responsibility and all that. And then whenever you see like his morale is going a little bit low, they give him another thing. So he was vice captain. And then obviously like he was gonna be sold last year. And the fact that he stayed, that gave him another morale boost.
And now the extension.
A little bit push.
It's taking forever.
It's taking what's the max amount you would give him? Yeah, because he's earning 7.5 now. He made a request of 15. What, Martina?
10.
Max 10. That means if he asks 11, we don't extend. Huh?
How
much is the lead making?
7.58. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say 10.
Sufyan, how much
For
money?
me, for me, I think if we get Pogba this year or the year after, and we pay him 60 millions, I think it's gonna be not fair at all. Especially if Dybala keep going with his fantastic goals, the joy goals, these diamonds that he give us every time. I will give him 12, but if the situation is locked and he really want 15, I will give him 3 bonus. But yeah, I don't think I'm not I have to give him this renew because he's our captain. He's really loyal. He's a fantastic guy. So yeah, if I give 16 millions to Pogba, it's a minimum to give 12 to De Gioia.
Yeah, it would depend on.
Okay. There is a difference though, because if I remember well, the law, it's if you're a foreigner and you work more than 2 years outside of Italy, you get the tax break. So that qualifies for Pogba, and that's why we can pay him that salary. For Dybala, you can't. He's been in Italy I don't know, for 10 years or even more. So I would go to a maximum 12. Max. Which means 24 million gross.
Well, I believe also something like 11, 10, 11. I saw a really beautiful one from Animesh who's saying 10 plus 2 bonus. That can be a good one. He will be second. Then for sure, if you are targeting a Pogba, who is now having, I think it was 18 or something like that, 17, then it's difficult to say to Dybala, no, we keep you at 10. That's also a big problem today with the salaries, because we are trying to lower them. That can be a problem. We had Juan who was saying that Arthur had 4, 5, 6, 8, and not 19, but 29 at Grêmio and Barcelona. So he's used to play with a lot of numbers. 4, not, because that's De Ligt. 5, can be free. 6 is from Kedira today. Let's see if Pogba come back. 8 is from Ramsey, but also there he's linked with a lot of teams. You know, he can move, and if he doesn't wake up, he will move. And then the 29, I don't like numbers above 25, you know, like a Bernardeschi with 33 or Buffon with 77. I don't really like it. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's speak a few minutes about Torino. What do we think about the game versus Torino? How we would play? Let's do it in starting with Jose with the 3 minutes and, you know, like 30 seconds each. And lineup that we want to see and what do we think that can be a danger, not forgetting that we are playing at 5 p.m. 5:15 actually in Europe, so it will be quite warm. Jose.
I think we line up the same way. You know, there's a saying in Spanish that says equipo que gana no se toca, team that wins you don't touch. So I would line up the same way. You know, Chesney in the back, maybe give Buffon his record, or maybe save that for a less important game. It is the Derby, so it's not going to be easy. Cuadrado obviously on the right. Delete obviously is going to be the starter. He's been a complete beast in the back. Bonucci, and then there's that one question mark on the left: is who do you play? Do you play Danilo, who's a natural fullback, or do you play Matuidi, who's a natural left footer? I think we saw versus Genoa that Danilo on his left foot is completely garbage. He sent like 3 crosses to the upper deck. The middle, I would play the same. Betancourt, maybe I would swap in Ramsey for Pjanic and drop Betancourt to the back if he's fit enough. If not, then, you know, Pjanic played decent against Genoa compared to the past games, and put Betancourt on the right. And Rabiot was pretty good, in my opinion, against Genoa, so I would keep him in. And then on the right forward, I would just keep Bernardeschi, because Douglas off the bench is a complete monster. We saw the last 2 games. Dybala and Cristiano are on fire, so you cannot touch them. And yeah.
So it would play Matuidi on the left or Danilo starting?
I would play Danilo just because he's a fullback, but we obviously have to be careful with Belotti in the area, and then just make sure not to concede.
Marco.
Oh, oops. I clicked the wrong button. So yeah, for me, for this game, it's gonna be really hard because the temperature will be really, really high, you know. And yeah, I saw the Roma Milan game. It was so hard for the players the first time. They were not able to run, you know. And yeah, this warm temperature will be a problem, certainly for both teams, you know. But for the Danilo question, I think I don't like him. He really is. On the Milan game, on the Coppa, he played well. He played great, but no, But when you have him and you have Matuidi, you are pretty forced, you know. And I will play him even if I don't like him. And also, yeah, Torino lost against Lazio, lost against the. I don't remember the team. If I'm not wrong, it was Sampdoria or Genoa, something like that. But it also lost it because they were winning and they lost at the last minute, like with Lazio, and they want to get points. They will be dangerous. So we are facts that are against us, but like Giuseppe told last match day, we won 9 points on this Serie A games. That's a positive thing because we have the moral on our side, so we are pretty pumped. And yeah, I will start Bernardeschi first on the wing because he gave this help of the midfielder and on the defense. So he do the work that Douglas do not do on the first when the match begin, and get Costa on this 60 or 70 minutes to break the game like he always do, and he's really beautiful on it, and yeah, that's pretty all I think. Yeah.
Mo.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick one, and we're gonna talk about it in detail later. So for me, it's Derby della Mole. So it's really important. Players are extra motivated, especially the Torino players. Torino played really well the last game against Lazio. They were really close to winning it, but they just gave up at the end. They have interesting players, but again, the biggest threat is Gallo. When he's in form, he can score some really nice goals. So for me, we're gonna have to put Danilo for sure. If we're gonna play Rabiot, we have to put Danilo. Rabiot doesn't go back, doesn't defend. We need someone that can defend in the back. And so the rest is the same. Pjanic is extra motivated, so I keep him for now. So yeah, we need to play Pjanic from the first minute. So same team. I know it's gonna be hard because we're gonna have 2 other games that are really tough, but we don't have a lot of choices there. Ramsey is not 100% fit. Higuain also, so I won't touch anything.
I agree.
2-2. Spal just scored. Milan just scored with an own goal of Spal, so it's 2-2. Guys, are you surprised of the scores of today? We had Bologna Cagliari 1-1. Then we had Inter Brescia 6-0. Fiorentina lost versus Sassuolo 1-3. Then we had Hellas Verona 3, Parma 2, so they lost. Lecce Sampdoria 1-2. That was an important match for the relegation. And then now in the last minutes, actually, Milan scored. It was the 94th minute because they were losing 2-1. Surprised? Not surprised? Jose?
Essentially, if we can, yeah.
Go, Marco.
Marco, yeah.
Quick one because we are about.
Yeah. I just wanted to know who scored, if it's Petagna or someone else, because this one is really on fire. The striker, I think.
Palotti scored and Floccari for Spal, and then we had Rafael Leao, the first one, and then a known goal of Vicari.
Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty surprised, because I saw the first goal of Spal. I didn't expect at all because Milan was really on fire. So yeah, really shocked.
Jose?
Yeah, I mean, Sassuolo is one of those teams that's a wild card. They went and played a great match against Inter. Then their last game, I think they lost, and then now they're beating Fiorentina away 3-1. And then I'm disappointed at Parma. They keep letting those leads go. Kulusevski actually made a great run, and then he missed the shot that would have put them 3-2 up, and then they conceded a pretty nice goal by Hellas to put Hellas up 3-2. The rest, I mean, Milan obviously tying to Spal, at least right now, the game's not over, is pretty surprising. But Spal also led a 2-0 goal lead. They gave that up, so.
If I can just answer Justin, ciao Justin. He's saying, is Luca Pellegrini getting called back for next season? Do you think he will earn his spot on the squad, given how the Juve has gotten in that position? And Juan was saying that he would be back and give a support and rotate with Sandro. For me, Alexandro is a name that not sure if he will stay, because that's another Plus Valenza guy. He's 29 years old, maybe same as Pjanic. He can find motivation somewhere else. Let's see what will happen with Alexandro. Not 100% sure that he will stay. A lot of teams are interested, and it's the last time where we can cash in for him because we took him from, a few years ago from Porto for 32 million, if I remember well. So it's the moment. If we don't do it now, it's too late. let's see. But I believe, Luca Pellegrini can be a good second one. And then, like Spinazzola last year, starting to earn his position, and let's see where he will end. Um, Skulu scored a beautiful goal. Absolutely, yes. Milan Spal 2-2. We just talked about it. Ciao, True Galaxy. I hope you heard about the Pogba news because that was a big one. If Brescia play Atalanta, they might lose 15-0. So I think we are in closing time. The thing that I wanted to share with you again before letting the people say hello. So it's the goalkeeper part. Let me take away the comment of Muslim. Sandro was 26 million, so it's even better. But yeah, I was speaking probably with some bonuses. But in the goalkeeper part, don't forget, if you are not able to watch all the show from, you can listen to it in iTunes or on iTunes, on Spotify, and soon on Google Podcast. Jose, who's there, he's helping us a lot. Also with our Discord channel. So if you don't have access, go for it, because on Discord also there we are present. Prediction time. Before asking to Jose, Martina, Marco, and Mo the prediction of Juve Torino, guys. Put it on Twitter, in the comment, whatever. We will try to maybe do a dedicated video about the predictions soon, but that will be soon. So, guys, do the prediction, because if you win, you can unlock the prediction badge. And then Jesse, who was saying amazing 2 weeks ago on our YouTube channel. So shoot out to Jesse. Thank you for following the channel, man. Again, last part before the prediction games with the host and the farewell. We are still looking, and we have a list of people who are waiting to be on the show. But if you want to be on the show also, Michael from Discord, Juan, and so on, let us know and join us. That was the last one. Wait, everything disappeared, so I have to go back here. Yes, here we are. So, Mo, if you want to start, and then we do Marco, and we end up with Jose, Martina, and myself. Two things: prediction without explaining the game, the score that you think that will be, and then you can immediately say ciao to the people in the chat if you want to.
Prediction 2-1, last minute goal for Juventus.
A win.
A win.
Okay. Who
scores?
You don't have to, but some people like to go extreme in predictions.
I would say Ronaldo.
Both?
No, the second one. First one would be Dybala again.
All right.
Is the second one a penalty?
Could be.
You want already to say hello, Mo, to the people?
So, I'd like to say thank you to everyone in the chat. I know a lot of you, so thank you for staying for an hour and almost 20 minutes. And please come back for the next show.
Yes, come back.
Marco.
So for me, I am a little Italian bastard because I don't want really to get prediction, because it gets worse. I believe that if I get some score, he will not realize. So I will not give one, but I hope that Juve win. That I can say.
Okay.
And yeah, also I will give a hello to all the chat and all the people that are watching us, because we are doing this for you, for entertaining you, and if you weren't here, we cannot do it. So thank you, guys. You are amazing. Thanks to all.
Thank you, Sufyan.
Go.
Prediction. I'll go optimistic. I'll say I've said 4-0 the last two. I'll say 3-0 this game. Dybala and Cristiano score again.
Who scores two?
They both score one. Somebody. Rabiot will score.
Okay.
Oh, I hope so.
I think he deserves it. And yeah, thank you everybody for staying with us an hour and 20 minutes now. I appreciate you guys hosting this show, and everybody subscribe, follow them on Twitter, and join the Discord group. There's a lot of people in there. We have some nice conversations and discussions, so feel free to join the Discord group.
Link in the description.
Thank you, guys. I never do prediction. Martina, you do. I never do prediction either. I'm as Sufyan said, I'm Marco Sufyan. I'm and also a superstition Italian, so I believe not. But
Yes.
I hope every time I say like Jose, I hope that our friend Rabiot can score, because indeed he deserves one goal to unlock also his brain and start to have a bit more confidence. So yeah. Martina, what do you think? Score
2-0.
2-0. I
And
hope we win.
It will be Bernardeschi and Dybala, goal scorers. And Ronaldo will.
Also, long time ago for Bernardeschi.
Yeah, and he deserves it. I mean, he had a few chances. So yeah, those two.
I say thank you guys for following us, and Martina, you close the show.
Yeah. So thank you everyone, as always, for being a part of it, being active in the chat. We really appreciate every single one of you, and also our 3 guests today, Marco, Mo, and Jose. We're so glad for everything, and we just love to do this, so we're gonna keep going and see if you guys like it. We're gonna definitely keep going. So thank you, and Forza Juve, I guess.
Forza Juve, ciao everyone, ciao Justin, ciao Animes, ciao Juan, Michael, and so on and so on. Thank you, ciao. See
Fino
you
alla fine.
fino alla fine.